Good morning, students. Welcome to Organic Reaction Mechanism class. This is Chandravati. From this class onwards, you are learning about Unit 3 Pericyclic Reactions 1. So, from this class onwards, you are learning about Pericyclic Reactions 1. For this class, the contents are introduction about pericyclic reactions. Introduction about pericyclic reactions and types of pericyclic reactions. And the last content is cycloaddition reactions. Let us know about pericyclic reactions. What are pericyclic reactions? Pericyclic reaction is a concerted reaction that proceeds through a cyclic transition state. Pericyclic reaction is a concerted reaction that proceeds through a cyclic transition state. So, pericyclic reaction is a concerted reaction. Concerted reaction means a reaction in which bond making and bond breaking occurs at a time. So, bond breaking and bond making occurs simultaneously in a reaction, then that reaction is called as concerted reaction. Pericyclic reaction is a concerted reaction. So, in pericyclic reactions, the bond breaking and bond making or occur in simultaneously. It is through a cyclic transition state. The bond breaking and bond making occurs through a cyclic transition state. These reactions required thermal energy or light energy. So, the pericyclic reactions needs a thermal energy or light energy for initiation. They does not require any catalysts. So, it requires only small quantity of energy. These are stereospecific reactions. These are highly stereospecific reactions. That means, for example, in the substrate, if the substrate is a cis isomer and it gives R enantiomer as a product, then the trans substrate gives 100% S product. So, specific substrate gives specific product only. So, pericyclic reactions are highly stereospecific reactions. These reactions does not form any intermediates. That means in the reaction pathway there is no formation of carbonium ion or carbon ion or carbon free radical or any other intermediate. So, in the reaction pathway of pericyclic reactions, there is no formation of reaction intermediates because it is a concerted mechanism. Pericyclic reactions are intermolecular and intramolecular reactions. So, these are maybe intermolecular or intramolecular reactions. This is the example for pericyclic reaction. 1,3,5 hexatriene, which contains 3 pi bonds, on heating forms 1,3-cyclohexadiene. The product have only 2 pi bonds. The third pi bond in the substrate is converted into new sigma bond in the product. This change occurs via a cyclic transition state. So, this is a pericyclic reaction. Our next topic is types of pericyclic reactions. Types of pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reactions are basically 5 types. So, there are 5 types of pericyclic reactions. Number 1, cycloaddition reactions. Number 2, electrocyclic reactions. Number 3, sigmatropic reactions. Number 4, chelotropic reactions. Number 5, group transfer reactions. These are the 5 types of pericyclic reactions. Again, 1, cycloaddition reaction. 2, electrocyclic reaction. 3, sigmatropic reaction. Number 4, chelotropic reaction. Number 5, group transfer reaction. Let us know about these 5 reactions by one. The first type is cycloaddition reaction. Cycloaddition reactions. If the addition takes place through a cyclic transition state, then it is known as cycloaddition reaction. If the addition occurs through a cyclic transition state and cyclic concerted mechanism, then it is known as cycloaddition reaction. In other words, cycloaddition reactions are those in which m pi electrons of a system add to a system of n pi electrons to give a ring having m minus 2 plus n minus 2 of pi electrons. That means if the unsaturated substrates one have m pi electrons and other substrate have n pi electrons, then these two substrates are combined to form a new cyclic compound with m minus 2 plus n minus 2 pi electrons. That means both the substrates will loses 2 pi electrons each. It can be easily understood by taking an example. For example, 2 molecules of ethylene combine to form a cyclobutane ring in presence of light. 2 molecules of ethylene combined to form a cyclobutane ring. In this is one ethylene molecule, that means one substrate, and it is another substrate. This substrate contains m pi electrons and it contains n pi electrons. So whether maybe m is equal to n or m is not equal to n, but especially in this reaction m is equal to n. If these two substrates are combined to form cyclobutane, this cyclobutane contains m minus 2 plus n minus 2 pi electrons. That means m here m is equal to 2. That means 2 minus 2 plus n is equal to also 2. 2 minus 2 pi electrons. So finally there is no pi electrons in the product. So if the compound have m pi electrons and n pi electron substrates, then the final products contains 4 less pi electrons than the starting substrates. Another important thing to observe in cycloaddition reactions is 2 pi bonds in the substrate are converted into 2 new sigma bonds. That means in the substrates the 2 pi bonds are broken, and in the product there is the formation of 2 new sigma bonds. For example, in ethylene molecule, it contains 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. Similarly, this ethylene molecule contains 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. Total, the substrates contains 2 sigma electrons and 2 pi bonds. 2 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds. But in the product, there is 4 sigma bonds and no pi bonds. So these 2 sigma bonds in the substrate remains in the product also, but the 2 pi bonds in the substrate can be converted into 2 sigma bonds. As a result, the substrate contains 4 sigma bonds. This system is denoted by 2 plus 2 addition, because substrate having 2 pi electrons is added to another substrate having 2 pi electrons. So it is a 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. Second example for cycloaddition reaction is addition of 1,3-butadiene with ethylene. 1,3-butadiene contains 2 pi bonds. That means it have 4 pi electrons, and ethylene molecule contains 1 pi bond. So it have 2 pi electrons. So it is a 4 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. It is a 4 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. On addition of 1,3-butadiene with ethylene in presence of heat energy, it forms cyclohexene. It forms cyclohexene. In the substrates, there are 3 pi bonds total. Totally, there are 3 pi bonds. But in the product, it have only 1 pi bond. That means 2 of the pi bonds in the substrate are broken, and the substrate contains 4 sigma bonds. 1,3-butadiene contains 3 sigma bonds and ethylene contains 1 sigma bond. So totally 1,3-butadiene and ethylene contains 4 sigma bonds. But in the product cyclohexene, there are 6 sigma bonds. The substrate contains 4 sigma bonds and the product contains 6 sigma bonds. That means the 2 pi bonds in the substrates are broken to form a new sigma bonds. 2 new sigma bonds. This is denoted by 4 plus 2 addition. Similarly, another example is The addition of ethylene to bicycloheptadiene forms an adduct. This bicyclic compound contains 2 plus 2 pi electrons. So this cycle contains 2 pi electrons and this contains 2 pi electrons. So this is a bicyclic system, 2 plus 2 system. The ethylene molecule adds to this 2 plus 2 system. So it is denoted by 2 plus 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. Hence, when more than two components take part in the cycloaddition reaction and they are designed as M plus, N plus, O plus and so on addition reaction. So, if the substrates are more than 2 in the cycloaddition reaction, then it is denoted by M plus, N plus and so on cycloaddition reaction. So these are the examples for cycloaddition reactions. Okay, so cycloaddition reactions are those in which the addition occurs through a cyclic concerted mechanism. Cyclic concerted mechanism. The addition occurs by a suprafacial mode or anthrafacial mode. That means the addition to a pi system can take place in two ways. One is suprafacial mode and other one is anthrafacial mode. So the addition occurs via a suprafacial mode or anthrafacial mode. Now, what is suprafacial? What is anthrafacial? These distinct stereochemical modes have been designated by Woodward and Hoffman. What is suprafacial and anthrafacial? What is suprafacial and anthrafacial? We all are know that cycloaddition reactions are addition reactions and addition reactions are occur in unsaturated compounds. That means the compounds which have unhybrid orbitals are sidewise overlapped to form pi bonds. These unsaturated compounds undergo addition reactions. That means the substrate contains unhybridized p orbitals and these p orbitals have two lobes, one positive lobe and one negative lobe with one node point, and these two lobes are in opposite planes. So one is above the plane and other one is below the plane. So in the cycloaddition reaction, if the two lobes in the same phase or same plane are participated to form new bonds, then it is suprafacial. If the two lobes in the same plane are involved in the bond formation, then it is suprafacial. And if the two lobes in the opposite planes are involved in the bond formation, then it is known as anterafacial. So, lobes in same plane are suprafacial, lobes in opposite planes are anterafacial. This suprafacial is denoted by small s and anterafacial is denoted by small a. For example, the addition of ethylene molecules to form cyclobutane is a 2 plus 2 addition. This reaction in presence of light is suprafacial. It is denoted by pi 2s plus pi 2s. Suprafacial, suprafacial. In presence of light, the p orbitals in the ethylene molecule for example, Diels-Alder reaction of two ethylene molecules to form a cyclobutane. It is a 2 plus 2 addition. In presence of light, it is suprafacial reaction. So, whenever we conduct this reaction in presence of light, the p orbitals of same plane are involved in the bond formation. For example, in this ethylene molecule, these two lobes are involved in the bond formation and these two lobes are in the same plane. So, this is pi to s. One is pi to s system. And in another molecule of ethylene, these two p lobes are involved in the bond formation and these two are in same plane. So, it is also pi to s, suprafacial. So, this is a pi to s plus pi to s cycloaddition reaction. Similarly, the Diels-Alder reaction of 1,3-butadiene with ethylene in presence of thermal energy is suprafacial. So, in presence of thermal energy, the same lobes of ethylene molecule will interact with the same lobes of 1,3-butadiene. So, the thermal addition reaction of 1,3-butadiene to ethylene occurs a suprafacial mode. That means the p orbitals in the same plane are added to the p orbitals of same plane in the ethylene molecule. So, it is pi 4 s and pi 2 s. Pi 4 suprafacial and pi 2 suprafacial. If we conduct this same reaction in presence of light, then it is anterafacial. That means opposite lobes of p orbitals in 1,3-butadiene will interact with the opposite lobes of ethylene molecule. So, in presence of light, it is pi 4 A and pi 2 A. So, what we learn in this class is pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reactions are concerted reactions that proceeds through a cyclic transition state. Remember that pericyclic reactions are concerted reactions and these are proceeds through a cyclic transition state. They does not form any intermediates during the reaction pathway and they require only thermal energy or light energy for initiation. And the pericyclic reactions are highly stereospecific reactions. And types of pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reactions are of 5 types. They are cycloaddition reactions, electrocyclic reactions, sigmatropic reactions, chelotropic reactions, and group transfer reactions. The first one is cycloaddition reaction. Cycloaddition reactions means if the addition occurs through a cyclic concerted mechanism, then it is known as cycloaddition reaction. In other words, if the two pi bonds in the substrate is converted into two new sigma bonds in the product, then it is known as cycloaddition reaction.